How do you find a street address in Tokyo? These days, you probably just paste it into a Maps app and follow the directions, but in the past, we didn't have this luxury. Let's go back to 2002 when I visited Tokyo looking for a job. I had a list filled with addresses to visit, but I had no idea how to find the physical locations. Let's pause there for a second and look at Japanese addresses. Hi there, I'm in front of the Okubo post office, and here's the address. First, we have the postcode. Fun side note, I can make the Japanese postal symbol on my forehead. It's a pretty cool party trick. Anyway, then we have the prefecture, the city/ward, the district, the block, and then the property. Well, that explains the basic mechanics of an address, but how do you physically find the actual location? If you've ever spent any time in Tokyo, you've probably seen plaques on walls, poles, and on the sides of buildings. They're quite useful on a granular level, but first you're going to have to get to the right neighbourhood. Back in 2002, I did this by first buying a map book at a convenience store. Tokyo's a bit strange. It's not a single city as such. The main part of Tokyo is made up of 23 special wards, and this book I bought was a street directory for all those wards. Once I'm in Tokyo, the first step is to locate the ward I want to visit. You scan for the ward on the main index map, and that will tell you what pages cover that ward. The Shin Okubo post office is in Shinjuku ward, and eventually I get to the right page with the district I'm looking for. We're looking for Okubo district. Haramachi, no. Nishi Waseda, no. Toyama, no. Okubo, that's it. We want Okubo 2. The next step is to locate the block. We want block 13, and in this case, the block numbering is pretty straightforward. Next, we have to find the property number, number 10. Sometimes the property numbers will be shown on their position on the blocks in red, but in this case, we don't have that information, so the only thing left to do is to go to the block and walk around it checking each number, or asking a local person once we get there. But keep in mind that the property numbers don't always appear sequentially. So that's how you find an address in Tokyo the old-fashioned way. Pretty simple, right? Most businesses tend to have access maps, and these maps are pretty good because they show you where the business or whatever it is, the address is in relation to the nearest station. And you'll see these in magazines and on commercials and things like that. But it's always good to know that if you do need to find an address the old-fashioned way, you've got a bit of a head start. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.